Just under a minute to go before the start of Gold Race 2. I am back online. About 25 seconds to go. And looks like Benny Bailey and Tony Vodasek are on their way down the line. 15 seconds, 15. Pardon my Spanish. 10. Me and Juan Martin are hanging out here doing the flagging together. 4, 3, 2, 1. All clear, all clear, all clear. Matt Taggart right at the boat with Elena Kalinina, Florian Gruber, and EJ, John Von Tesmar, and Adrian Geislinger. A couple people down at the, I guess the middle of the line. Trying it over on port. James Johnson from Denmark, as well as Roman. Roman with an L last name. I can't say his last name either. Such a nice guy from Russia. He's charging over to the right-hand side. Hope my wind noise isn't too bad, but I've got this handy-dandy muffler. We got Misael and Diego from the local kite school, 4 Elements. Thanks to Jantos, todo bien. Thanks to Jantos Villegas for lending these 2 guys as our kite rescue on jet skis. Doing a fantastic job this week. I assume we've had somewhere in the range of probably 30 rescues so far, 20-something rescues. Last couple days were tough. A lot of hard work for them. Here comes someone who missed the start. It looks like it was Jacob Olivier. Jacob did not choose the right kite in the first race, decided to go back and grab another kite, and he's starting now. Minute 30 seconds behind the group. He's probably going to be pissed about that. But he was stoked to make the Gold Fleet. And, dude, the guy shreds. Really good sailor. We had coffee with he and his dad this morning. And he's just pumped. Totally pumped. I seem to have tangled everything here. All right. Handful of boats going out to the right-hand side, majority hanging on to that starboard tack and going out a little bit left, but crossing the course down the middle. Hopefully a couple of these riders downloaded the Race QS software and are logging it. Thanks to the people at the Perth Kite Club who use Race QS, we've been tipped off to a really good system that utilizes a cell phone as a device, but I think you can turn it onto airplane mode and just have your GPS running. It will record a GPX track, and you can also load GPX files from your watch and other GPS devices. So it looks like Elena and one other fly surfer. That must be James? No, it looks like Florian. That's Florian Gruber. Trucking along with Elena on starboard tack. They seem to have a good angle. Let's see. Really tough to know if that right-hand side has worked. But up near the top, crossing center course, are Maxime and Nico. Right on each other. Nico Landauer seems to have some juice. Some sort of big fish approaching us underwater there. What is that? We're here in La Ventana Bay. It is awesome here. If you haven't been, you should definitely plan on coming in future years. They run an excellent event. The beautiful kite club on the beach, Playa Central Kite Club, run by the Withington family. Adam Withington and his sisters have done an awesome job getting this place set up. They're dialed. Good wind. This is right near the end of the season. Winter months are the high season for this place, and well, it looks like Ollie Bridge is possibly in the lead up there. Ollie showing his medal in the qualifying series. He didn't really have anything special, but today he seems to be cranking. Break, break. This is a signal boat letting the people on shore know that we will be expecting the silver fleet out here very soon after these gold fleeters end up through the finish line. So Ollie Bridge leading the race right in front of Maxime Nocher. Right behind Maxime is, I think that's Ricky. Behind Ricky is Axel. Behind Axel is Nico. So it's Ollie Bridge, Maxime Nocher, Ricardo Lachese, Axel Mazzella, and then Nico Landauer rounding out the top 5. Stoked for Ollie. He didn't seem too happy about the qualifying series. Been pretty laid back at this event. Ollie's a humble guy, so he just kind of shrugs his shoulders and goes, yeah, that's racing. But today he's racing, that's for sure. He's racing for gold, in a golden bay of La Ventana. Couple recreational kiters out here today, but it's not quite windy enough for the twin tippers to get out. So this is perfect. We got La Ventana Bay to ourselves. We're going to take full advantage. Get as many races off as we can today. Silver Fleet's on their way out, and we're gonna try and crank out a few more. Idea is to get 4 races for each group. We're gonna do 2, 2, 2, 2, so gold, silver, gold, silver. Looks like we got a kite down near the top that is relaunching. Not gonna send rescue up there yet. I have a boat up there, and boom, he's got his kite in the air. Maybe. Trucking along down the beat. Here comes the group on port. Did I say starboard before when they're coming down? I think I did. Freaking backwards. Dyslexic down here in La Ventana. Not much to think about in terms of using your brains. You just kind of settle on in and relax down here. You don't really have to think about much except for wind and water. Roger that. Right around the bottom mark, you got Axel Mazzella in first. That was not Maxime, that's Axel. Followed by Ricardo, Oliver Bridge, Julian Kerner, Florian Gruber, and no, I'm wrong. I don't know who that is on that Tauroa board. It must be, it is Maxime. Alejandro Clement, Adrian Geislinger, EJ, Tony Vodasek, EJ, Tony, and Adam Withington are going to take a right-hand turn. Couple yells for starboard. Martin came down. James Johnson, John Von Shirtless, and who was that? Chip Wasson. Haven't seen Taggart. He must have passed through there, but Taggart's had an amazing event. Yesterday he was dinging in. You know, Taggart, Grandmaster, guy who just came off an injury for 3 months down in New Zealand. He was super bummed to spend his entire, or a lot of his summer injured. And of course, you know, big man at Ozone. Guy comes out and he was dinging in top 3 roundings, top 2 roundings in the last races in the qualifying series. So he was stoked. Last night at Baja Joe's for the burger party, he was all grins. He was buying drinks for everyone too. So those of you who did not make it this year, you missed out on that round. Try and catch him next year for the round he'll be buying when he keeps on ripping. Seems to be softening up a little bit. The guy's coming around the leeward mark right now. It's Roman and who is that? Jacob Olivier. He's having a hard time bobbling. Did he size down on his kite? I can't imagine he did. He's a little guy, so he might have come out real juiced because the guy's got some cojones, as they say down here in Mexico. He's a strong candidate, and he might have come out in that first race extra lit. but he seemed like he was having trouble keeping that kite in the air through the maneuver. So Oliver Bridge and Maxime, I'm screwed up because I thought Maxime was on a different board, but looks like Ollie and Maxime and Ricky have now tacked onto starboard and they're up there cranking away. I assume the drone's out here, and I'm not talking to dead airspace. But Benny Geisinger is back with us again. The guy is totally cool. Yesterday he took his last opportunity to go foiling himself because we had good breeze and we were just in qualification series. We've opted just to film the final series here. So now Benny's running his drone. He just got a new drone. Super stoked about that. Apparently can film the whole race in breeze. He says, I think factory spec is you can keep it up for more than 20 minutes in the air with the battery life and all that stuff. So we think we're gonna be able to get entire races today. Running for a target time of 14 minutes and a finish time window of 10. Astrid Burrs is coming out. She's a local gal in the winters here, but of course in the summer she runs her kite school, Gargano Surf, with Rachel and Oliver Willie, who spends most of his winter here, and a couple other great characters. Astrid is one of the top female competitors. She's coming out for the Silver Fleet. You might notice in the results that Elena Kalinina was the only one to advance to the Gold Fleet, so congratulations to Elena. Looks like she will be top female hands down at this event, and you know, she's obviously so good. Had a big breakout performance at that European Championships in Jizzaria many years ago. And I think she said this is only her second foil regatta, maybe major regatta. She probably has done a couple regattas at home in Russia. But she's super cool, very polite, and obviously a really freaking good sailor. So Silver Fleeters are on their way out. We've got a big group of them out here. They're all buzzing the boat, saying what's up, getting some smiles going, keeping the stoke alive. Silver Fleet is just as important as Gold Fleet in the priority of how we get these races off. We sent the Gold Fleeters out first today and now the Silver Fleeters. After this race finishes, we'll have an official Gold Fleet series. So we definitely have a regatta, as they say. So a lot of people now have jibed early rather than hitting that ley line on port and taking a left-hand turn. People are jibed early and they're gonna smack onto starboard and have rights coming into the gate. That is obviously a good strategy move. Just absolutely roping into the gate is Maxime Nocher, followed by Ollie Bridge. Ollie jibes on the black kite. Ricardo jibes on his orange kite. Let's see if Maxime can get in front of Ollie here. He has a little bit of a slow jibe. Ollie's got a soak low. Ollie's bobbling on his foil, up and down, up and down. He's really having to pump. He's pumping. And Maxime Nocher comes into the bottom marking first. Maxime Nocher followed by Ollie. Ollie's pumping the hell out of his equipment. Pump, pump, pump. Ricky's pumping super hard. Axel Mazzella freaking ripping into the bottom mark. No fear. So Maxime followed by Ollie, Maxime, Ollie, and Ricky and Axel. 5th place is Nico Landauer. 6th is Julian Kerner. We have a tight rounding between, oh no, Nico Landauer is not in 5th. 5th place is Taggart, Julian, Nico Landauer, Florian Gruber, and can't tell who that is. That's a really good looking group of sailors. Popular with the local ladies as well. So we're a little soft coming into the final part of this Gold Fleet race. We are going to go over and switch to silver gear and run a couple more races in this relatively light condition. This is race committee signing off. Gold Fleet Racing coming up next.